Live, hot mic. Hey everybody, it's Steve the Baxman Baxley. Welcome to the L2C Sports after the first half, and we are witnessing a somewhat blatant miracle. No, we are witnessing what could be a big miracle in the final few seconds. Lions, with no timeouts left, they have got to score the touchdown to win it. Excuse me, got to get the script for this. Pardon the hair. Pink. Okay, and they cannot go for a field goal. They must go for a first down. They must go for a touchdown. And now around probably about 46 seconds left. It's 1st and 10. Goff throws. It is complete, but it is short, and they got some running to do. Jared Goff right now, they're in the 22-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota without much of their people because of injuries. And trying to find out.
He dropped it.
Nope. He did a little droppy poo. But we're going to see if there was pass interference on that play or roughing the passer. And kind of looks like there could have been a roughing the passer play on that. Why the clock did not, or why the flags did not go up, but that stops the clock. Where are we? About 38 seconds or so left. There's Goff with the ball. Once again, 3rd down and 1. And here we go. Goff. Flag on the play. And it is against the Lions. Ouch. So now, oh boy, a holding penalty. No, a delay of game. That's 5 yards. And this could be big trouble for the Lions, who literally got the lead in the second half. It's 27-23. They need to score. It is 3rd down and 6 on Minnesota's 29 with 23 seconds left. We're watching it right now on CBS. Goff with the ball. He throws. First down. It's on the 18. They might spot it on the 19, but it does stop the clock for a little bit. They're in a hurry-up offense, and I do mean hurry. Lions down by 4. They can't do a field goal. Goff's got to make it all the way to the end zone with 12 seconds left in the game. This game, along with the Chargers, Bengals, and Cardinals, Bears, are the ones that are and the Eagles and Jets are the ones left in our first half segment. Goff now passes, throws. He tries. He's off the. Oh, nice shot. It's I'm going to say it's 2nd and goal right now. The Lions are going to have to Hail Mary it because it looks as like 7 seconds left. It's where are we? Where are we, guys? Come on, spin. Thank you. 3rd and 2 on Minnesota's 11. If they can get actually 8 seconds, they might stand a chance. But right now, a Hail Mary is as good as anything. Drops the ball down for a little prayer. It is 3rd down, 2 yards left to go. Lions ball, and still 3rd down and 2. So it's obvious Minnesota called the timeout, which means they've only got 1 timeout remaining. Lions with the ball. They can't kill field goal because the Vikings lead 27-23. They need to score at least a touchdown to win with the extra point. Right now, 8 seconds remaining. It is 3rd and 2. This could be the ball game right here. Goff with the ball. 3rd and 2. Lions don't get the first down. This game is over. Pass, thrown, ouch. Incomplete, and that brings us to the final play of the game with 4 seconds left. It is 4th down and 2, and they got to get the touchdown now or it's all over. So once again, we don't have permission from the NFL to do audio, so you'll just have to hear me out. So here we go. 4th and 2 on Minnesota's 11. 4 seconds remaining. And timeout, Minnesota. So now things are getting interesting. Minnesota obviously didn't like the way the Lions lined up. So right now we can just give you at least partial scores. Los Angeles Chargers lead the Cincinnati Bengals 38-22. We have a couple of finals, but we want to wait for the end of the Vikings-Lions game before we do the official call of this. So here we go, 4th and 2. You might as well say 4th and goal. Goff readies, throws, aims. Touchdown, Detroit! Touchdown, Detroit! Hit that thing! The Lions have done the impossible! They have just won this game! The gun sounds! The Lions have won! 29-27! Hit that bell! They are stunned in Minnesota, but they are cheering in the Motor City. The Lions have just won their first game. Of course, folks, we got to have an official from the replay booth. And let's see. Hold everything. Does he grab it? Yes. Does he have it? Yes. Lions win it. They won it. And, oh, baby, on the weekend that the Wolverines become Big Ten champions, the Lions stunned the NFL, winning 29-27 over an injury and COVID dilapidated Minnesota Vikings. Let's get you all the way down to the games of the first half, the 1 o'clock games right now. Let's give you those, catch you up on those that are continuing. Los Angeles Chargers lead the Cincinnati Bengals 38-22. The rest of the 1 o'clock games are final. Oh, man. Whew. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Chicago Bears 33-22 in a game that was hastily described by yours truly. The Lions come back in stride and beat the Minnesota Vikings 29-27, stunned as they are. Philadelphia Eagles beat the New York Jets 33-18. Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Atlanta Falcons 30-17. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Houston Texans 31-0. The Texans never showed up. The Dolphins beat the Giants 20-19. Let's get you to some of the games that are already underway in the 4 o'clock hour. Late in the first quarter, Washington over the Raiders 7-0. Still early in the first half, the Rams lead the Jaguars 3-0. Let's end the 2 4:25 games. Ravens, Steelers, 49ers, Seahawks, they're late starters. Right now, let's get you to a preview of tonight's Sunday night game, the Broncos and the Chiefs. I'm holding the prompter. I shouldn't be holding the prompter. Let's move the headphones. Producer is saying, "Why are you holding the prompter?" So let's get you a preview of tonight's Broncos Chiefs game. The Chiefs, they've won 11 straight against the Denver Broncos. They're a one-time AFC West nemesis. And Kansas City coach Andy Reid's teams have won 19 of the 22 times they played following the week off. Broncos may not just show up. Now, except for that fact, Denver is in a logjam with the Chargers and Raiders. A game back of the Chiefs in the division race in their primetime showdown at Arrowhead Stadium could suddenly thrust the Broncos into a playoff position. The Chiefs have lost 4 of their first 7 games, and the rest of the league was wondering 2 things. Did the opposition finally learn the secret of the Chiefs? And are their days of ruling the AFC finally at an end? 4 straight wins heading into the week off answered those questions. No, and it's business as usual. Funny thing about the streak, though, it wasn't so much Patrick Mahomes and his boys of superstardom that led the way to all those wins. It was the revamped defense, which was historically bad through the season's first 6 weeks, but it's done a 180 since the acquisition of defensive end Melvin Ingram, holding 4 straight teams to 18 points or fewer. Now, as for the Broncos at 6-5, few expected them to be in the mix, but journeyman Teddy Bridgewater has played like anything but this season. Cortland Sutton and his supporting cast have been dynamos, and Fangio's defense, led by Justin Simmons and Bradley Chubb, stingy as all get out. Now, don't forget, even though the Broncos haven't beaten the Chiefs since the 2015 season, they led the Chiefs midway through the third quarter in the most recent meeting last December. George Payton's first draft class is paying big dividends. His top pick, cornerback Patrick Surtain II, had 2 interceptions of Justin Herbert last week, including a 70-yard pick 6, in which he was clocked at 22.07 miles per hour. Other rookies making their mark already include safety Caden Stearns, linebackers Baron Browning, Jonathan Cooper, and running back Javonte Williams. Now, the Broncos have allowed the fewest trips inside the red zone this season with 25, and since Fangio became head coach in 2019, the Broncos led the league in red zone defense, having allowed a touchdown on 46.2% of opponents' trips inside the 20-yard line. Nobody else has turned teams away more than half the time since 2019. So tonight, it may not be easy, but has anything ever been? We were going to give you a look at the Patriots and the Bills, but guess what? You all know them by now, so to give you a preview of that one would be super redundant, but still. It's sort of deja vu. Buffalo hosts New England with, guess what? First place on the line. And right now, what's not a secret, after Buffalo sweeping the Patriots and running away with the first division title in 25 years, the Bills find themselves in the all too familiar position of looking up at New England in the standings come December. And it's a place Buffalo has become very accustomed to from 2001 to 2019, when quarterback Tom Brady and coach Bill Belichick essentially ruled the division and went 34-4 against the Bills. And I guess CBS just called some of the stations that were only supposed to get a 1 o'clock game. And I guess, thank you, boys. Okay, I know. Tom Brady might have left for Tampa Bay, but Belichick remains and is again proving how the combination of a steady offense, on this time under Mac Jones, and an opportunistic defense is a formula for success. They have won 6 straight and outscored opponents by an average of 55-11 during that stretch, while not allowing a point in the second half in each of their past 3 outings. The Bills resemble a shadow of the juggernaut they were a year ago when they won 13 games for the first time in 9. But since beating Kansas City to improve to 4-1 on October 10th, the Bills have been stuck in a lose one, win one pattern over the past 6 outings. And coming off a 31-6 victory against the Saints, it's a stretch in which penalties, turnovers, a stagnant offense, and sagging defense have all played factors in 3 losses. Belichick, meantime, stuck to the familiar script of praising Buffalo. But still, you got to watch Belichick, because he is not an evil genius for nothing, Buffalo, New England, 8:15 tomorrow on ESPN. Hello, Shari. How are you? Let's give you a little bit of the AP Top 25, and then we are vamonos until midnight. So if we have the top 25, let's do it. Okay. Well, here we go. Here we go, folks. All right. Now, the college football playoffs. It started at noon with the announcement of the 4 college football playoff teams, and it's continued with the release of the final college football playoff rankings and the rest of the New Year's 6 games. Let's take you to the okay, let's do it this way. Let's go to the New Year's 6 bowl games. And you want to mute it, Mom, for a bit? Let's take you to the big thing, and then we will try to get you some updates on the final top 25. But here we go. January 1st, the teams going to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, 8:45 on ESPN. Number 7 Baylor versus number 8 Ole Miss. Going to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, 5 p.m. on ESPN, January 1st. Number 6 Ohio State versus number 11 Utah. The Fiesta Bowl on January 1st, 1 p.m. on ESPN will feature number 5 Notre Dame versus number 9 Oklahoma State. December 30th, Atlanta, GA, here we come. The Peach Bowl, 7 p.m. ESPN. Number 10, Michigan State taking on number 12, Pittsburgh. Now, for the Big Four. And I haven't seen any of this, so here we go, slowly and surely. December 31st, New Year's Eve, the Orange Bowl from Miami, Florida, 7:30 ESPN. Number 2, Michigan versus number 3, Georgia, which means the Cotton Bowl will have on December 31st at 3:30, number 1, Alabama versus number 4, Cincinnati. And then the national championship in Indianapolis, it'll be either Alabama, Cincinnati, or Michigan, Georgia. But New Year's Eve is going to be led with a bang, and it's going to end with a bang. 4 teams. We've already given you about half of the college football playoff, the top 25. The rest of the schedule of bowl games will be announced, or they are still being announced. We have to wait until midnight under rules, broadcast and sports rules. So, Alabama, Cincinnati. I'm going to say it, and I know that a lot of my friends are probably going to hate me or not like me, but I'm going to say the national championship game in Indianapolis, 8 o'clock ESPN on January 10th, will have number 1 Alabama versus number 3 Georgia. My apologies, but that's how I feel. I hope the hell I'm wrong. And I hope it's either Alabama, Cincinnati versus Michigan. But the Michigan and Georgia game, that is too tight and too close to call. Both teams are well coached and well stocked. But that Alabama-Cincinnati game, I'm giving the edge, though Cincinnati's been pretty darn good. Undefeated the whole season, while Georgia lost to Alabama last Saturday. But we shall find out what happens on December 31st. Happy New Year, everybody. So right now, I think, let's see. Do we have any more going with us here, or are we? Okay, let's, all right, here we go. Okay, we'll do all the bowl games here. Why not? Okay. Coming to Detroit for the Quick Lane Bowl will be Nevada versus West Michigan. That'll be December 27th at 11. We've got West Kentucky versus Appalachian State in the roofname.com Boca Raton Bowl. Old Dominion taking on Tulsa in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. And okay, well, thank you. Thank you. You give it out in totals now. Good. In the MAC, Toledo versus Middle Tennessee in the State Bowl, or Middle Tennessee State in the Bahamas Bowl. Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina in the Tail Greeters Cure Bowl on December 17th. December 18th, Eastern Michigan takes on Liberty in the Lending Tree Bowl. December 21st, Kent State versus Wyoming in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. December 23rd, Miami takes on North Texas in the Frisco Football Classic. Ball State takes on Georgia State in the Camellia Bowl. Western Michigan takes on Nevada in the Quick Lane Bowl. That will be in Detroit. Central Michigan will take on Boise State in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, which is exclusive to, of course, Barstool Sports. So there you go. Ain't that fun? Ain't that exciting? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see. I've already said half of these. Let's see. Do we have any more? Yeah, we do. San Diego State versus the University of Texas, San Antonio, and the Tropical Smoothies Cafe Frisco Bowl. Next, please. In the Vegas Bowl, baby, it's Wisconsin versus Arizona State. In the Alamo Bowl, it'll be Oklahoma versus Oregon. We've already mentioned the Cure Bowl, NIU versus Coastal Carolina. UAB versus BYU in the Independence Bowl. North Carolina State and UCLA in the Holiday Bowl. Boston College versus ECU in the Military Bowl. Tony the Tiger's Sun Bowl will be Washington State and Miami. The Pinstripe Bowl will be Virginia Tech and Maryland. Fenway Bowl will be University of Virginia and Southern Methodist University. We mentioned UCLA and North Carolina State in the Holiday Bowl. Kentucky versus Iowa in the Citrus. Iowa State and Clemson in the Cheez-It Bowl. Raging Cajuns of Louisiana taking on the Herd and Marshall in the New Orleans Bowl. Oregon State and Utah State in the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. West Virginia versus Minnesota in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. And that's about most of them. We've already given you the toppers. So stand by. All the official wordage will come, and we will give you all of the official items du jour. Oh, boy. Let's give you right now a little bit of the some news from the National Football League. Antonio Brown cannot seem to get out of his own way, and his poor decision making has now found its way to his tenure with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The former All-Pro wideout was accused in November of falsifying his COVID-19 vaccination card to the Buccaneers, an allegation made by his former chef after Brown refused to pay a $10,000 tab. But Brown and his representation vehemently denied any accusation he had misled the team. The NFL, well, they disagreed. And after finalizing a formal probe of their own, they found that Brown did violate the league's COVID-19 protocol by misrepresenting his vaccination status, suspending him for 3 games without pay. This latest mistake may cost him not only more money, but a chance at a Super Bowl ring. His latest mistake will cost him upwards of $330,000 in lost revenue from those 3 games, but it might ultimately cost him much, much more than that. Initially, an infuriated head coach Bruce Arians refused to commit to the ongoing marriage to Brown and one other player involved in the scandal, safety Mike Edwards, stating the decision will be made when they're allowed to return. Well, now it looks like if that decision could be made and has been made. There is a real chance Brown will not be allowed to return at all, or at least that's part of the debate that is raging on right now in Central Florida. A potential waiving of Brown is on the table, as Ian Rappaport reports for the NFL Network. No decision, however, has been made at this point. Arians, who at 67 is a cancer survivor, made a very public and passionate push to get the Buccaneers to a 100% vaccination rate this past offseason, and believed that he did achieve that. Now, I found out the hard way in November he hadn't, but was instead lied to by Edwards and Brown, the latter being a particularly pointed stick when considering it was Arians who gave Brown another shot in the NFL when presumably no one else would touch him following waves of legal and PR nightmares that ended his time with the Raiders before he took a single snap for the club and subsequently a short stay with the Patriots that ended prematurely as well because of those waves. Off the field, Brown has had a quiet 2020 season in Tampa, while making an impact on the field that helped lead them to a championship in Tom Brady's first year with the club. But in 2021, between his battles with injury that cost him time and now a 3-game suspension for violating the league's COVID-19 policy, Brown's demons are back in full force, and Arians is working to decide if dealing with them is worth keeping Brown around. Right now, the jury is out. Can we lower the camera a little bit? Thank you. No, that's way too low. There we go. Well, no, a little bit more. There we go. Oh, boy. What a breather. There we go. Okay, and by the way, Chargers with 110 in the fourth lead Cincinnati 41-22. Let's put a stop right there. Thank you. Wow. And we got one more NFL report before we call it. Steelers leveraged significant draft capital and went counter to their usual draft process to move up 10 picks to select Devin Bush, 10th overall in 2019. But frustrations with Bush's development are becoming more obvious. Bush has struggled mightily this season, caught out of position at times and often overeager to make a play, leading him to being benched occasionally and prompting questions about how to better unlock him. Bush is well liked, and sources say, and he has a good attitude, but he's been a liability in pass coverage. He's not making an impact rushing the passer and has struggled in the run game for a defense that's fallen off mightily from its recent heights. Now, finding a best way to deploy Bush and keep him on the field at a time when his struggles have escalated has not been easy. Although injuries and the COVID exposure within the linebackers group has compromised their depth and left the coaches with fewer alternatives, when the Steelers dealt picks 20 and 52 in 2019, plus a 2020 Third-round pick to Denver to land Bush. It was with the intent of him replacing Ryan Chaser, who suffered a career-ending spinal injury as the middle linebacker and central nervous system of the defense. Now, Bush has suffered a serious knee injury his rookie season. He has not been the same since. The Steelers altered his role this year to try to facilitate his adjustment with him not wearing the green dot and in-helmet communication with coaches, alleviating the need to get others aligned and allowing him to focus on his play, but things are not going very positively for Bush or the Steelers' defense, which is allowing a staggering 5.4 yards per carry in the past 7 games, while also allowing the 5th highest passer rating in the National Football League. And hiding his deficiencies has not been easy. And with the defensive line also undermanned, teams are getting to the second level too quickly and just making the problems worse. Steelers rank 25th in yards allowed per play and have given up over 900 yards and 82 points in the past 2 weeks. So you got to do something. The season is drawing ever close to conclusion. And there you go. A little bit of our a little bit of our little show. We'll be back at midnight Eastern. Hopefully you'll be back too. Enjoy the rest of the sports day, and we'll talk to you at midnight Eastern time. It's going to be one very long Sunday night. I can tell you that. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley, and that's it for after the first half. Second half of your football Sunday continues. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll see you at midnight. If anything breaks or develops between now and then, we will bring it to you. Thanks, and don't forget, the 25th, we begin our new little venture as Sports Final evolves to Steve's Sporty Balls. We do sports talk and a lot more. We're going to tackle entertainment, comic skate, and anything else that's on your mind. I will just be the facilitator. I will be just your lighthouse. So join us. It all begins December 20, the week of Christmas. Let's put it this way. The week of Christmas, it all begins. Okay, so we'll see you at midnight with the old Sports Final. And I'll see you guys then. So long and have a great Sunday, everybody.